Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? Robin here once again for another video, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to create a monthly budget and how you guys can start saving your money and seeing where your money is going on a monthly basis. So this is a new series I'm probably going to be doing on a monthly basis for this channel. This is going to be a series where I'm going to go through my budget and I'm going to be showing you guys how you can look at where your money is going, and I'm going to actually take my own personal budget, take my own personal expenses, share them with you guys, and show you guys how easy it is to cut back on your spending and give you like a real life example here. And I promise you guys, this method that I'm going to be showing you guys how to do this is super easy. Anybody can do it. It's actually like the simplest thing ever. It doesn't cost you any money, and what we're going to be doing is essentially using a spreadsheet to kind of record where our money is going. We're going to look at where our money is going, and then we're going to ask ourselves some questions, and we're going to learn how to cut back and save our money this way. And I promise you guys, it's super easy, super simple. So let's get on with it. And before we jump into the spreadsheet, I just want to say really quickly, if you guys do want to learn more about personal finance and whatnot, check out the playlist in the description of this video. I'll link to my personal finance for beginners playlist. This goes through step by step, and I'm going to be adding more videos to this as time goes on. But this is a series where I basically show you guys how to do personal finance completely from scratch to the point where you're comfortable and you can start increasing your cash flow on a monthly basis. And if you are new to the channel and you guys enjoy this video, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you guys want more personal finance and investing videos. Alright, let's jump into the spreadsheet and let's see how things are doing. Alright guys, so we're inside the spreadsheet here, and before we get started, I just want to say that everything on here is my own personal budget. This includes everything that I spend money on a monthly basis, and I think if you guys enjoy this video and if this video does really well, I might actually start doing these videos on a monthly basis where at the end of the month I go over you know, where my budget is going. I talk about, you know, how I've cut back, and I just go through basic, like, I kind of show you guys how to cut back and save money. So if you guys do want me to start doing this on a monthly basis kind of thing, let me know in the comments section, and I'll probably start doing this because it's good to keep track of things and to kind of stay on progress here. Because the funny thing about personal finance and creating a budget is, even if you are good with money, sometimes over time things can slip through the cracks, and you'll see in this video there's actually a lot of things that I like, just by going through here and setting this like spreadsheet up and taking my expenses and tracking them here, there's a lot of things that I didn't realize I was spending money on, because it's very easy over time for like that lifestyle creep to kind of creep up on you, and just for little things to kind of just add up over time. So it's very important to do this on a regular basis. I'd say probably if you're not really good with personal finance, you might want to do it like on a monthly basis. But once you kind of get a head start, and once you get going, and once you learn how to save money and stuff like that, maybe you can do it like every 2 or 3 months kind of thing. I generally every 3 months, or whenever I feel like maybe my expenses are getting a little bit out of control, I come back and I do this whole process. So the first thing you're going to need to do is you're going to need to get a spreadsheet software of some kind. I recommend getting Open Office. That's what I'm using on this video here. It's open. It's basically like Microsoft Word, but it's a free version. So go into Google, type in Open Office, and then you can get pretty much everything that Microsoft Word gives you, but for free. And this is a spreadsheet, and I know it looks pretty basic. It's not complicated, guys. It's super simple, but you know, it doesn't have to be complicated. You know, I notice a lot of different software and spreadsheets and planners, they're super complicated and they just get in the way. And oftentimes when it comes to like this kind of stuff, the simplest solution is the best way to do it. And like, because you'll have like some kind of resilience to doing it if it's just too complicated. So as you guys can see, this is very simple. Now I got my stuff for April here, and it is May. I wanted to do May, but the problem is like May is like almost, it's not quite done yet. It's the 27th right now, and in order to be like 100% complete, I choose April. And if you guys want, you can also feel free to do multiple months at once. You can do like, for example, in this case, I could have did like March, April, and stuff like that, because some payments, like if you have like subscription payments, sometimes they don't renew on a 30-day basis, or maybe you made some bigger purchases in some other months that are taking more of your budget. So that's important to do. So first of all, before we go in here, let's just say really quickly what we're trying to do here. So up here at the top, I have the month, so April obviously, and then in this category, I have everything that I've spent money on. Hope you guys can see this here with my webcam at the bottom. Let me know. I checked it really quickly, so you should be able to see everything here. But what I basically did is I went through my bank statements, I went through my PayPal account, and if you guys have any credit cards or anything like that, or anything that you spend money through, you want to check those. So print out your bank statements for the last 30 days, print out your credit card statement, print all that stuff, get it in front of you, and then what you want to do, make sure you check like things like PayPal and stuff like that. Like I personally only spend money through my bank account and through my PayPal account, so it's a little bit easier for me. I don't have a credit card, so it's a little bit easier for me, but I basically took those two things, I printed out the statements, I kind of double checked them just to make sure I didn't miss anything, and I wrote everything that I spent money on. And this is important. It's important that you write down everything, even if you think that something's essential and you have to pay for it no matter what. Write down everything, because you're not going to get a good idea of where your money is going if you don't actually write it down. So this would be like if you pay for a mortgage, write down your mortgage. If you pay for a car payment, write down your car payment, car insurance. Everything that you spend money on needs to go. If you have debt or anything like that, make sure you write it down on here. Interest payment, all that kind of stuff, like anything that you pay money for, make sure you put it on here, because if you don't put it on here, you're not going to get an accurate representation. And what we want to do here is we actually want to look at your budget. We want to see where your money is going, and this is going to empower you to make positive choices so you actually can start cutting back on your budget. But if you don't write everything down, you're not going to be able to do that. So make sure you write everything down. That's step one. So what you guys can do is you can pause this video, or you can keep watching if you want. If you maybe just save it or something like that, and you can come back to it in the future. So make sure you write everything down. I'm going to go through everything really quickly here with you guys and just kind of show you guys my budget here. And once again, this is everything that I spent money on for the month of April. So let's go through it here. So the first thing here is Public Mobile. Public Mobile, if you guys don't know, it's a Canadian-based phone company. Very, very cheap. Phone company. I did a review of Public Mobile. I'll link to that in the description of this video. And basically they have like a $25 plan that gives you unlimited calling and unlimited texting. Check out that video because it is one of the cheapest options for a phone plan. I highly recommend it. If you're using like a local provider, you might be paying like $50 to $100 a month. So I recommend you check out Public Mobile. So my phone bill is pretty cheap. I don't think I really need to do anything on this. I'm okay with paying about $20-ish per month for my phone bill. I'm perfectly fine with that. So this one we can skip, but it's important once again just to see where that money is coming from. If in your case, you know, you did this process and you've seen that your phone bill was like $50 or $100, maybe you can look at that and be like, okay, well, you know what can I do to reduce that? And one thing before we go any further with this, it's important to think in your head, you know, can I do without this? You know, can I do without this? Like if something, like, and this is a good example, like if you have a car payment or something like that, or something that's really big, you got to think in your head, like, can I do without this? And I strongly encourage you guys to try doing it without it for a little while. You may notice, like in the future, like maybe, you know, like let's say your phone bill is like $100. You're like, you know what, I want to get rid of my phone. Like maybe in the future, like you do that for 30 days or something like that, and you realize, hey, you know what, I didn't really need my phone, but I do like having a phone. So maybe you can come back to that and be like, okay, well, maybe I just need to get a cheaper option. Same with the cars, you know, like I don't drive a car myself. I don't have any car payments, as you can see here, but maybe in the future, like somebody, you know, got rid of their car for like 30 days or the summer and they bike to work or whatever, you know, maybe you try that out and you realize, hey, you know what, it's not that bad having a car. I saved a lot of money, but maybe I would like to have a car. So maybe you look for cheaper options. You come back and buy a used car. You know, maybe you shop around for cheaper insurance. Those kind of things are important too. So always ask those questions and always kind of basically say, like, can I do without this? You know, try going without it if you haven't already, and then you can decide for yourself if you want to bring it back and maybe go at a cheaper option. So that's important as well. So next thing we have here is Shaw Cable. Shaw Cable is an internet plan, and this is something that I've been meaning to cut back on for a while. We pay about $100 for internet. Unfortunately, internet prices here are super expensive. I don't know what it is, but they are really, really expensive, especially for like if you want like fiber or high-speed internet. It's not too bad. I mean, $100 is like, it's a little bit more expensive than I would like to pay, but it's not breaking the bank. But you know what? I used to share internet with a guy before, and I think we paid about $50-$60. He lived in the same building as me. We live in like a shared house kind of thing here. So the guy who lived above us had the internet, and we used to share it. And I think it was about $60 a month, and we split it. So we paid like $25 or $30 each. So that option was way cheaper, and that might be something I might explore into the future. But at the same time, that internet was a lot slower, and when you share it between people, you know, it's hard to upload things. It's hard to do stuff like that. So in the future, I might look at this, but this is definitely something I could consider cutting back on, because $100 for internet is kind of expensive. I know I do like now that I do my YouTube stuff and whatnot, and we just got monetized the other day and reached 100 subscribers. Thank you, everybody. It's a little bit more serious, right? But I might cut back in the future because that really is important. And $100 I don't think is a necessity. Maybe we could cut back down to like 80 or 70 or 60. In fact, I might even give Shaw Cable a call and be like, hey, look, can you guys give me a cheaper option, and kind of shop around. So that's something I definitely am going to make a mental note. And this is something, like, once again, as you guys are going through this, you guys can ask yourself these same questions. Going on next here, we have Amazon. I bought some steel toes because unfortunately everything is closed around here. I could have went to the store and bought like a pair for like 100-ish or maybe $80. I wanted to get a half decent pair, but unfortunately buying steel toes online is a little bit tricky to do because you can't really try the shoe on. So I looked up Amazon, I found some good reviews. I bought a steel toe because I needed them for work. I desperately needed a new pair. Plus our work does reimburse us for, I think it's like 50% of what we pay. So I bought a decent quality shoe, $140 on Amazon. And once again, when you're doing the spreadsheet, if you can kind of pinpoint where the things are coming from, that's important. I understand it's kind of hard to do, but if you can kind of pinpoint what the transactions are, it helps you to better understand what you're purchasing. Because like something like steel toes, for example, isn't something I would buy every single month. It's like something you might buy like once a year kind of thing, if even that, right? So these kind of things you can kind of, maybe kind of be a little more lenient, but just be careful because sometimes you can use excuses to buy things. So just kind of keep that in mind. So I had to buy steel toes for work. I bought a good pair because my feet, I was having trouble with my other pair. They hurt my feet and stuff like that. So I did splurge a little bit on this. Next thing we have PayPal, and this is just miscellaneous purchases that add up together. I spent about $20. I don't consider this really that bad. In fact, I don't remember what this purchase was. I think it was something online, like a might have been a subscription or something like that. I didn't actually write it down. I should have wrote it down, but $20, not too bad, right? Next up, we have grocery stores. This is our grocery shopping. This actually is one thing that surprised me. $265 we spent for April. This is a little bit on the high side, but keep in mind, we buy everything at our store. We kind of buy like personal items, hygiene items, our cat's food and stuff like that. So it's not just our grocery bill. And plus, I do kind of, like me and my girlfriend, like split bills here and there. And she's in school right now, so I tend to pay a little bit more than she does. So that number is a little bit higher. So just kind of keep that in mind. $265 once again is a little bit higher than I would probably like to be spending on groceries. But once again, that's for, I guess, like 2 people plus, our cat stuff, plus our hygiene items and house items and stuff like that. So, if you wanted to, you could get really critical and like dive in and separate things and organize it. But I'm just going to say, like, what, for everything that comes to the house, everything that we need, to use personally, I don't think that's too bad. But in the future, I might look at cutting back our grocery bill just a little bit. But groceries isn't something I like. We eat pretty good. Our grocery bill is fine. I don't consider this too bad personally. But maybe if you notice your grocery bill is like $500 a month or something for one person or even 2 people, that might be a little bit on the high side. So you're gonna have to take a peek at that and see if you can cut back. But I always say, like, generally like $100 to $150 per person is, assuming you're eating like good quality stuff. Like, you can eat pretty good with $100 to $150 per month in groceries if you're making everything from scratch. So just kind of keep that in mind, but it might be something we'll look at. Next up, we have Amazon, $13. This is once again food stuff. I buy some supplements, some different things on Amazon that are a little bit cheaper than buying from the grocery store. Not too much, but a few things here and there. So you can tack that on there if you want. Next thing, this is kind of funny, and this is why it's important to track things, because if you don't track things, these things can slip through the cracks. I like pizza. I do like pizza, and I like ordering pizza here and there, and I do like to treat myself. But here's the thing. When you're trying to save money, spending like $20 on a pizza like once a week doesn't sound that bad, but add that up over the course of the month, and I spent $72 on pizza. And this is Pizza. This is a Canadian chain. I don't know if you guys have Pizza in the US. Let me know in the comments if you guys do, but it is a popular Canadian chain. And I order them because they have like the cheapest pizzas. You can get like an extra large 2-topping pizza for like $20 plus delivery. It's pretty cheap, but for Canadian pizza at least. But yeah, $72 on pizza. That is crazy. So what I might start doing in the future is maybe treat myself to fast food pizza maybe like once a month, and then maybe like go to the store and buy some frozen pizzas when they're on sale, and then I can have a pizza night like maybe one day a week. We usually do like Friday when me and my girlfriend are both off. We have like pizza and pop kind of night, kind of thing, just to kind of kind of treat ourselves kind of thing. Maybe we could buy like frozen pizzas, because you can get a frozen pizza for anywhere from like $3 to $5 at the store when they go on sale kind of thing, and this would like drastically cut down that bill. So maybe we're spending like in the future like $20 or $30 on pizza and not $72. Like, that's a little bit crazy, but you know what, it is what it is. Plus, with everything being closed, I was a little bit more inclined to just order pizza instead of going shopping. So that's probably a little bit higher than normal, but once again, these things can kind of creep up on you if you're not careful. Next up, we have Shoppers. Shoppers Drug Mart is like a convenience store. I spent $14, $15 on food. Usually we go there if we need like toilet paper, or sometimes we get cat food or cat litter and stuff from there, because we have one that's like right down the street from us. So this is probably stuff like that. So it's not a big deal. 15 bucks, not that bad. Next up we have is TubeBuddy. This is a subscription service. I use this for YouTube. A very, very nice. It's very good for like checking your rankings, keyword research. You can analyze competition and stuff like that. $7 does seem pricey, but it's definitely worth it, because this TubeBuddy has helped my channel grow immensely on YouTube, and I could see like my channel just paying for it like multiple times over. In fact, now that my channel is monetized, I'm going to start recording my monthly income from the YouTube channel, so expect a video about that over the next couple days, because I will be doing that video. So yeah, TubeBuddy, definitely worth it. Yeah, I don't mind paying $7 for like the cheapest plan, which gives me everything I need. Next up we have is Microsoft Word. My girlfriend, when she went to college this summer, or I guess last year I should say, since it's summer now, she's not in school right now, she's going back to school next year for her last year. So the previous year she paid $10 a month for Microsoft Word to use for school and stuff like that. Unfortunately, we can't use Open Office because the document formats are different, so you have to use Microsoft Word. Same with PowerPoint and stuff like that. It's kind of annoying. But we planned it out. It's cheaper for her to buy like the 6 to 8 month plan that pay monthly than to buy the yearly plan. So this is something that I should have turned off the subscription last month, since she finished school last month, as it is April. She finished school. Actually, it would have been like start of April, right? So I could definitely cancel this because I'm paying $10 a month for basically nothing. I could cancel this until the next fall when she goes back to school. Then we could get the monthly plan again. So yeah, this is definitely something I didn't even realize that I was still paying for. Once again, why it's important to do this on a regular basis. So I'm going to have to go into my PayPal account and cancel that pre-approved payment, because I'm paying $10 a month to Microsoft for not even using their product. So once again, important. Steam here, I don't know why this deleted here, but I remember the amount was $30. I spent about $30 for a video game on Steam. This is something I've been trying to cut back a lot, because video games are expensive, and I'm not going to say they're a waste of time, but if you're not careful, they can use up a lot of your time. So I spent $30 on a new video game. I haven't bought a game for a while, so I was kind of like, you know what, I haven't bought a game for a while, I'm going to buy a game, and I'm still playing through that game right now. So I kind of bought something that would keep me busy. And so $30 I don't think is too bad. But once again, one thing you want to keep an eye on, because in the past I've been known to spend, like I remember one month I spent like $200 on video games, just buying new games that were coming out. So yeah, important stuff to track just in case. Next up we have is Netflix. We watch Netflix occasionally. We don't have cable or nothing like that. The two things I basically watch for entertainment is YouTube and Netflix. My girlfriend more prefers Netflix than me. I don't really care for Netflix, but I don't mind paying it. It's $10 a month. It's super cheap for cable. I don't think it's that bad, so I'm gonna keep it. I've asked my girlfriend. We've gone months without Netflix where when we're busy, like when she's busy with school and I'm busy with work, we tend to cancel it. But in the summertime we have some more free time, so paying $10 a month is not a big deal. Adobe Premiere. This is a pretty expensive, I think I spelled Premiere wrong there too. Adobe Premiere is a video editing service that I use for my YouTube videos. I might look into some cheaper options, because $34 a month is pretty expensive. I might also look into the annual payment plan and see how much it is. But if you guys have any recommendations for some cheaper video editing software, please let me know, because yeah, this is crazy. $34 is a little bit pricey, but maybe if I use it for my YouTube channel, it kind of makes sense, right? Because the channel can maybe pay for it at some point. We'll have to wait and see how much income I make on my first month, which will be next month. But that'll be kind of a wait and see. But if anybody knows any video editing services that are cheaper, please let me know. Next up, we have a CIBC service charge. This is for using my bank. I know this is a little bit high, and I know like online banks, I might look into some online banks, but I do like having a local bank that's cheap. And I do like the Visa debit cards that they have, so I might have to look around for some local banks or credit unions that can maybe offer me the same services. But I haven't found any yet, and I do like having a bank that's close, and CIBC has been pretty solid for the most part. So it sucks to pay that $15, like it really does suck, but you know what? There's been a lot of instances where I've lost my debit card, where I've needed customer support for issues, and CIBC has been pretty solid. It's nice to just go to the bank that's down the street and get all that stuff and not have to wait, in the mail for a week or two for a debit card or something to show up. So I've been I really like CIBC, and even though the service charge does suck, I'm going to keep it. But maybe if you guys are cutting your expenses, maybe you guys can look into getting a free bank. But this is something that I've seen a few people, you know, it does pop up. Maybe you can look into getting a cheaper option or something like that. I don't know. But I'm just going to keep mine for now. Next up, we have rent. We paid $920 for a 2-bedroom apartment. We rent the main floor out. $920 is pretty below market value, which is why we stay in this place. So we split it each, me and my girlfriend. So it's about $460 each for me personally to pay for it. We split most of our expenses 50-50, and then we just cover whatever we want, kind of thing. Like we're not like 100% with the 50-50 rule, but we kind of apply it as a base. And then like if somebody's short money, or if we're out somewhere and somebody doesn't mind paying for it, we take turns paying, kind of thing. But we try to split things 50-50. I think that's the best way to do it, especially if you're not like in a long term, like if you're not married or something like that. But even then, it's nice to just, you know, make sure each person is contributing, and then also with the 50-50 rule, it makes sure all the bills and stuff are covered. And then you can each individually do whatever you want to do with your money, kind of thing. You're not fighting over money, kind of thing. So that's kind of why we do it. So $460 for rent is obviously pretty cheap. You know, individually $920 in total. But once again, you could also say like if you had a roommate, you could split it, right? And so you can also do it that way. So $460 is pretty cheap, not too shabby. Over on the right side here, we have our total for April, which is $1,186 expenses. That's a little bit on the high side. It's not too bad, but there are some things I could definitely cut back on. But if you look at the things like the steel toes that I wouldn't be paying for normally, maybe the pizza we could cut back, maybe Steam, for example. I wouldn't be buying a video game every single month. Microsoft Word, so that's like maybe $40, $100. So that's maybe $200, $300 ish right there. If I cut this back, maybe our expenses would be like $800. And $800 for me, or $900 would be, I'm okay with that. Like I'm perfectly okay with that. So, you know, that wouldn't be too bad. So I'm not too upset about this, but there's definitely some areas I could cut back on. But this is what you guys want to do. Everything I did right there, you want to go through yourself, go through your expenses, and like I said, approach every item like you can cut back. Don't think in your head that, oh, I need to have this. Try to question yourself if you really need it. If you do really need it, try to explore a cheaper option. My total income for April was $2,292. My income varies because I work part-time job and then I work from home, and my at-home income like goes up and down, kind of thing. So this is probably an average month for me. So $2,292. Once again, I kind of average between $2,000 and $3,000 a month. Maybe $3,000 being like on the higher end, like a really good month. 2,000, low 2,000s being like a lower, you know, not so great month. But like I said, it does average on how much I'm working and stuff like that, and how much I'm getting paid for my part-time job and stuff like that. It goes up and down, but it kind of hovers around $2,000 to $3,000. And then the difference here is $1,106. And because I invest all the money I save, I basically invested $1,106 for the month of April. And I did have my dividend investing information here, but I don't know where that went. I had it in this column, but I guess I didn't save it. But that was about $2. So if you guys are following the dividend investing case study, I think I made about $2 in May or April. Well, I can't remember what my April was. I think it was like $4 or $5. So maybe you can add that on there if you want. In the future, I will add my dividend investing case study income into this little sheet here. But for now, I'm just going to leave it. Alright guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little budgeting video. I hope you guys enjoyed me going through here. If you guys, like I said, if you guys want me to keep doing this series, let me know in the comment section, and I'll keep doing this on a monthly basis. And maybe next month we can work on cutting some of this stuff back, and we can make a plan. But this is really how I do it. This is the easiest way to do it, and I highly recommend you guys do the same so you guys can see where your money is going. Once you guys can see where your money is going, that will empower you to make positive changes. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. And once again, if you guys enjoyed it, please smash that like button. If you guys wanted to see more personal finance and actionable videos and how you can cut back, be sure to subscribe to the channel. So that's it today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you guys later.